All right. Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Zeev Klein. I am founder of the Social Innovation Summit, and I am so delighted to be here to kick us off Social Innovation 2021. Let me take a moment and recognize the amazing Charles Rangel. His music was such a warm way to begin. He'll be part of our house band, if you will, so we'll see him a couple times. And as we commence, I just want to take a moment and recognize our amazing partners. Their generosity really enables us to do what we do. And so as we reflect on our presenting partners from PwC to the Kauffman Foundation, Fidelity Charitable, Comcast, NBC, and so many more, I just wanted to express gratitude. They really, truly make this possible. And so we have an amazing 3 days lined up. I'm joined by my colleagues, Ochoa and Olivia, Allan. The three of us are going to be the co-session leaders for you guys. We're going to take you on this 3-day journey together. And we begin with session one, optimism. What a nice way to begin. And I think, man, like you guys, we reflect 1 year later on where we are and where we've come from. Last year at this time, there was three of the most unique forces this country and this world had ever seen as we reflect on the COVID and coronavirus impact on social justice. And at the time, the election, they truly shaped us. And so we thought we would very briefly begin as we said our introductions, just taking a little bit of a look at past, present, and future of optimism. And so with that, I'm going to hand it over to my colleague, Mel.
Hi, Zeev. Hi, Olivia. Good to see you again. I see you every day, but this is special, right? This is a special day for us. Another Social Innovation Summit. It's our biggest yet, I think, and welcome to everybody. This is so exciting. When we think of optimism, we don't think of the past year as particularly optimistic or with optimism, but I think there's so much to be optimistic about from the past year. I think, as Zeev mentioned, some things around the pandemic, but particularly healthcare and frontline workers really gave me personally a ton of optimism. It's going to sound cliche, but we think of our superheroes in movies or on big screens, but our superheroes are really those on the front lines, putting their own lives and the lives of their families at risk for helping others. And that's just a huge sense of optimism for our fellow citizens who we live with and who we see helping us every day. On the reform front, 2020 highlighted a ton of inequities in our country that were already existing and were exacerbated by 2020. But what's interesting about America is that we create the country that we want. And we saw that in a lot of ways in 2020 and now into 2021. Racial justice reform, education reform, economic reform. We aren't there yet, but 2020 pushed us in a direction where we are getting there, hopefully. And so 2021 is going to look good. So I'm optimistic on that front. And then just with our Social Innovation Summit community, as we saw, the three of us, in working with our partners and holding events throughout the year, our partners or our community didn't wait it out and see what happens. Our community was super active, and it just gave me and others a lot of optimism. Partners, our community jumped in with more funding, jumped in with a sense of urgency, kept programs alive, developed new partnerships. And that's really why we're here today. And for these next 3 days is to continue that work, find new partners, learn new things. And 2020 gave us that inflection point and that paradigm shift. And I'm extremely optimistic about where we are in the present and today.
Thank you, Olivia.
Yes. First of all, this is going to be so much fun. I am so excited for the next few days, and to be here with both of you and our massive community is just really, really, really amazing. I love that we're starting SIS session one with this session title, Optimism. It truly gives me so much pride in the community and the brand of SIS. For me, optimism in the present, which I think, Steve, is what you want me to think about, is something that I candidly have to work on a daily basis to integrate into my life. It's not always easy. Throughout the course of the week, we'll be talking about, finding a place where we can make a conscious choice to have hope and live with the belief that good things are going to happen. And I'm really excited because I think a lot of our content over the next couple of days are going to be really inspiring. But living with a truly optimistic mindset really does allow all of us to take obstacles and turn them into opportunities. So in the spirit of optimism in the present, I would encourage everyone to think about optimism over the next few days in the context of being truly present and engaged with this summit through the content and the interactions we've planned to help you get to know your fellow attendees, leaning in, listening more, creating new connections, helping others create connections is my optimistic advice. And I am truly confident, Zeev and Mel, and our entire community, that if you are fully engaged and present in this event, it will have a lasting effect on your personal optimism in the present and will bring new and exciting things to your life that you cannot even imagine in the future. We are so glad you're here, and I just can't wait for the next few days. I'm really excited.
Thank you so much. What amazing words. I am optimistic just hearing you guys. And so let's get going. We're going to start off our first session titled The Purpose Mindset. And as we reflected on who could really speak to that, we're so honored to welcome back two dear friends and speakers, Akhtar Badshaw, author of a new book called The Purpose Mindset, How Microsoft Inspires Employees and Alumni to Change the World, in conversation with the one and only Shannon Schuyler, Chief Purpose and Inclusion Officer at PwC. I am so looking forward to this, handing off the reins. And thank you to my colleagues. We're going to see you guys as the 3 days go on, and look forward to getting us started.